In today's video, we're going to be going over some full circle moments within combat sports history, but before we get into that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's just hop right into the video, starting off with the first one. And I bet MMA fans are celebrating everywhere because of this, because it looks like Daniel Dubois just avenged our boy Francis Ngannou. If you're not aware of the history, Francis Ngannou fought Anthony Joshua in a boxing match in March of 2024, in which he got absolutely flatline KO'd, and it was one of the scariest KOs I've ever seen in my life. I was genuinely concerned for Francis Ngannou after that fight, and just 6 months later, Anthony Joshua gets flatline KO'd himself. Definitely not to the degree Francis Ngannou did. Definitely a full circle moment nonetheless. Moving on to our second full circle moment, in May of 2020, unfortunately, Tony Ferguson decided to take a short notice fight with Justin Gaethje, in which he absolutely got beat up and battered in. He got TKO'd within the 5th round. He was never the same after this fight. He took a career-ending beating, and he went on to lose 7 fights in a row after this one, the longest losing streak in UFC history. And if you fast forward to 2024, Justin Gaethje fought Max Holloway at UFC 300, and this time it was Justin Gaethje taking the career-ending beating, and eventually gets knocked out cold within the 5th round, the same exact way on paper. At least he defeated Tony Ferguson by round 5 TKO. And now for the third and the final full circle moment, I'm gonna have to go over the rivalry between Leon Edwards and Kamaru Usman. They first fought in December of 2015, where Kamaru Usman dominated his way to a unanimous decision victory, and it was very clear that Kamaru Usman was just the better wrestler and the overall better fighter at the time, so Leon Edwards went back to the drawing board, and ever since the loss to Kamaru Usman, he went on a 10-fight unbeaten streak and finally got to rematch Kamaru Usman, but this time for the welterweight championship. And in the rematch, it unfortunately looked like Usman's wrestling was going to be a problem again, as for the first 4 rounds of the fight, he just didn't have an answer for it, and it genuinely looked like Edwards was just defeated. He looked like he didn't even want to be there anymore until his coach gave him a pep talk going into the 5th and the final round. And after the pep talk, he went into that 5th round fired up, and he knew what he had to do in order to go home with the championship belt, and that was to knock out Kamaru Usman, something that's never been done before. And that is exactly what he did. He knocked out Kamaru Usman with a head kick, completing his story, and he even went on to defeat Kamaru Usman once more in a dominant unanimous decision. But that's gonna be all I have for you guys today. Make sure to leave your full circle moments down in the comment section below to be featured in the next full circle moments video.